Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be going over the official first look of David Corenswet as Superman in James Gunn's upcoming Superman film slated to release next year. I was just minding my own business scrolling through my phone when all of a sudden last night James Gunn just decides to drop this image on the internet. So let's take a look and analyze David Corenswet's new costume for this film. As you can see by this photo, it seems as though Superman is sitting down on his chair, getting geared up to go take on whatever the heck this ball that's hovering over the city and shooting some sort of laser onto the city. But this photo, of course, is to really show off the official first look of David Corenswet in this new costume for this movie's iteration and version of Superman that he will be playing. When people saw this costume with the sleeves and the kind of lines and the patterns on the suit and the collar piece of the costume, people pointed out that this feels very reminiscent to the New 52 line of DC Comics, where Superman, in that era of DC Comics, Superman had this costume where it was this very sleek, very shiny, had this metallic blue, very glossy metallic blue look to it. Even in the New 52 illustrations of Superman, you can see that there's those kinds of lines and patterns across his suit, which feels very inspired for this movie's version. As you can see, there's a lot of those lines and patterns and all those kinds of stuff. Of course, one thing that is very prominent is this movie's Superman and his crest, which is very different from a lot of the Superman crests in terms of cinematic portrayals and even TV portrayals. This particular Superman crest is taking a page from the Alex Ross style illustration of Superman from the Kingdom Come storyline, where he has this similar crest, but instead of the yellow, there is a black and red color scheme because of the thematic purpose of that particular storyline with that particular Superman. Whereas in here, James Gunn seems to have taken that particular logo, which I would say is one of the many iconic Superman crests, and he's taken that as a way for him to symbolize not only a new beginning in his new DC cinematic universe, as this Superman film is going to be essentially the Kickstarter of the new universe, but also to symbolize how this Superman will be different via his crest. I will also say is that you can also see that there is a bit of this battle damage look to it. It looks a bit worn, torn, whereas in the lower parts of the suit, when it comes to the legs and the boot region, it's a lot more cleaned up. One thing to note is that for fans that are really hoping if there are no trunks, or if there are trunks, I mean this with all good intentions, but if you zoom in at Superman's sort of crotch area, you can spot that there is some sort of belt piece below that there is something red. This pretty much confirms that James Gunn's Superman suit will indeed have the trunks, because that's been such a hot topic on the internet because of the fact, I think, when it comes to a lot more recent adaptations, one specifically being the Zack Snyder interpretation of Superman and his costume, that had a lack there of trunks. Well, that suit is really good, and I think it is it is a really great Superman suit. The only thing that to me makes it not so much of a good suit, but a suit that could be even better, is that if they tone the colors up, make it a lot more brighter, because throughout Henry Cavill's time as the character, the colors of his Superman suit never really popped enough until that short-lived post-credit scene and return of Henry Cavill in the suit that's a lot more brighter. As for this costume, I mean, overall, not my expected outcome of what this suit will look like for this new interpretation of Superman, and I think that's the general consensus going around. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's generating conversation, and of course you're going to have different people on different ends of it. I even saw some people saying that this is if this was an MCU style superhero costume, because a lot of people make fun of the fact, or at least point out how there's so many lines and all these very intricate details that really are not necessary. And while I do understand that, I also think that this shot that we are given here, this first official look, doesn't really give us a sense of the full costume from head to toe, and even how the cape may flow. But I'm still going to be cautiously optimistic when it comes to this look, because for now this is just a first look. While we can spot all those features, we aren't given a full-on head-to-toe look. Maybe that's the reason why they dropped this image, because they could be beginning to film certain sequences with David Corenswet in the Superman suit out in public. So maybe before paparazzi or just people that are seeing them film don't leak this beforehand, so this could be maybe the reason why they revealed it this way. Some people say it's a good reveal, some people say it's a bad reveal. To me, it's a first look. It's not giving us a full-on look, but still something to at least look forward to and something to generate conversation for this film. Although one thing that people have been talking about is that weird circular orb that's like hovering in the background of Metropolis shooting this purple laser. People have been speculating as to why that was added. Maybe this could be hinting at some potential character that could be showing up for the film, because when I see this orb, or at least when people see this orb, the most prominent colors that you can see are purple and green. Now, those colors are synonymous to two particular people. One, the character of Lex Luthor, who in the comics has his sort of suit of armor or power armor that he uses, which has that green and purple color scheme to it. Or some people are speculating that this particular orb that is shooting this purple laser could be coming from the character of Brainiac, as not only are those colors synonymous to him, but also because of the fact that it looks like an alien device of some sort. Brainiac is an alien, so it makes sense. While I have mentioned that this orb could be connected to either Lex Luthor or Brainiac, credit to YouTuber The Black Lion for pointing this detail out when breaking down this photo of David Corenswet's Superman costume. The orb in the sky, or this circle in the sky, could actually be the character of Solaris, who does come from DC Comics. He's this artificial sun and somewhat of a malevolent force against Superman, and it makes sense for this particular deep cut character to show up because of the fact that one of the many source material of the Superman character that James Gunn is using for this film is All-Star Superman. In James Gunn's Instagram posts regarding all sources of Superman media that he's used to influence his film, he did take a panel from All-Star Superman. In addition, the character of Solaris was a part of that All-Star Superman storyline as well, where he and Lex Luthor sort of were working in tandem with one another. Considering we have Lex Luthor in this film, and considering that Solaris is this artificial sun, this is one of Lex's latest inventions gone wrong. Superman has to take down. I still think this is a really good look, and I mean, David Corenswet looks amazing as the character, especially in the suit. So if I can be able to see that person in that suit and be able to associate him with that character, I think this has done a good job at that. And moreover, David Corenswet has been working his ass off for this film, because on this person's Instagram account by the name of Paolo Masidi, he seems to be the fitness trainer for the cast of Superman, as he's not only trained David Corenswet, but he's also helped train other cast members like Eddie Gathegi and Maria Di Faria, who are in the Superman film. When Paolo posted on his Instagram of the David Corenswet official first look, the caption stated this: David Corenswet worked his ass off. I can't wait to share more of the training we did to prepare to play this iconic character. Stay tuned for more. He has one image of the first official look of the Superman suit, but the next photo is of David Corenswet flexing those muscles, and dude is big. Like, he is most seriously big, and he has worked out like crazy. This dude really put in his all. There were quite a few photos that leaked a while back, or a couple months back, where he was shooting some sort of ad in Mexico or something, and people spotted him there and were taking some snapshots, and he looked like he had some muscle to him. So Paolo posting this picture of David looking pretty freaking big and jacked gives me the impression that yeah, he wasn't kidding. He definitely did work his ass off. It shows, and it looks pretty terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Overall, I'm really excited for James Gunn's Superman film because of the fact I think he could be that particular person to be able to get me to care about a character like Superman like I've never had before. Moreover, the cast of this film is super big that I'm really excited because of the fact that we have, of course, David Corenswet playing the titular character of Superman / Clark Kent. We also have Rachel Brosnahan playing the opposite to Clark Kent, being that of Lois Lane. We have Skylar Gisondo, who will be playing Jimmy Olsen. Wendell Pierce will be playing Perry White. We also have Sarah Sampaio, who will be playing Eve Tessmacher, the girlfriend and assistant to Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult will be playing the Lex Luthor for this film and this new universe. Terrence Rosemore will be playing the character of Otis, henchman to Luthor, who was in the Christopher Reeve Superman films. Newer cast members that were announced to be a part of the film were Pruitt Taylor Vince as the character of Pa Kent, and Neva Howell as Ma Kent. We are also going to be getting characters from the wider DC universe as well. We have Nathan Fillion playing the Guy Gardner version of Green Lantern, Isabella Merced will be playing Hawkgirl, Eddie Gathegi will be playing the character of Mr. Terrific, Anthony Carrigan will be the character of Metamorpho, and Maria de Faria will be playing the character of the Engineer, who is a member of the group known as the Authority, a violent group of anti-heroes that echo the Justice League, who are also getting a live-action movie in James Gunn's new DC cinematic universe. So not only are we getting somewhat of a Superman film that really gives us a Superman story, we are going to also be getting a sense of the new DC universe, or that's going to be showcasing off other metahumans that are already operating in this new DC universe. Overall, I'm really excited not only for this film, but this new first look of David Corenswet as Superman in James Gunn's Superman film has me intrigued and wanting to see more. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comments. Do you like this costume? Do you not like the costume? Or are you somewhere in the middle? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, as this will show your support to the channel. And see you guys on the next one. Take care. Love you all.